If you have been following this channel a bit, you know that I've been looking for another Jazzmaster. So I wanted something more traditional and I found one. Enter the TVL Troy Van Leeuwen? I don't really know how to say it. The TVL Jazzmaster. Yeah, it's pretty awesome actually. It's pretty awesome. Let's have a look and talk about it. So the reason why I wanted a more traditional Jazzmaster is mainly because the MJT that I have already has a hardtail and it has P90s. It has the Lawler Jazzmaster P90 set. So I wanted something more traditional to, you know, play with. Mainly because I love Jazzmasters, right? I mean, what's not to love about these things? Yeah. That's it. That's it. All I wanted was a proper Jazzmaster, but it's really difficult to find one that I liked. The Vintera ones, the Mexican ones, have Pau Ferro, and I wasn't really into Pau Ferro, even though I like the specs of those instruments. The TVL actually has all the appointments I want in a Jazzmaster. So let's have a look at this thing. So this Jazzmaster comes with the standard appointments. Let's look at the body. The body is alder. This finish is called Oxblood. Somehow I got it in my head that these will be discontinued. I think I saw it on one of the websites here in Europe. So I thought, yeah, maybe I should get one of these really quick because this finish is pretty damn awesome. It's so awesome. Sometimes it looks black in certain lights, but as soon as the light hits it, it just turns this sparkly, dark red. Oxblood red that just looks, oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. Now the body is fairly heavy. I haven't weighted it yet, but I can put up the numbers so you can have a look. As for electronics and components, it's basically American components built in the Mexican factory. So it's a Mexican guitar. So what we have here is the standard appointments for a Jazzmaster, right? We have the volume, we have the tone, we have the 3-toggle switch, we have the rhythm circuits that basically overrides the bottom part of this guitar. We have a, what is it? A Mustang bridge that works fairly well, actually, fairly well. And an American trem, and everything is really assembled well. I have no problems. The trem isn't as noisy as I thought it would be. It sits really well. It doesn't like slip out or anything. Maybe after a while, turning it this way, it becomes a little bit loose. But I'll probably do the old Mike Adams trick where you just hit it with a mallet, right? And it just sits there better. I'm gonna put a link to that video in the description because it's really useful and it makes it sit where it's supposed to be. Otherwise, yeah, it's a really well-built instrument. I was seriously surprised of how well this one is built, and I like that a lot. Yeah. So the pickups in the TVL are the pure vintage 65. Now, personally, they sound fine. They sound fine. They are a little bit thin sometimes. Yeah, that's my only complaint. I mean, overall, I really like them, but I bought a couple of new ones that we'll try out later. I'm gonna show you guys. The pots in the TVL are 500K pots, so it isn't as bright as the, you know, standard traditional Jazzmaster. So that's the thing. Personally, I don't mind it. It plays better like this with all my other guitars, so I might just keep it as it is. What's going to be interesting is comparing these pickups, the Vintage 65, with the one I have in my MJT Jazzmaster, because those are 500K pots and the pickups are the Lawler P90 Jazzmaster set, right? So comparing those two with the same, basically the same parts, it's gonna be interesting. What I can say is that I have bought new pickups for this one, mainly because I think the Pure 65 are a bit thin. Yeah, for what I play. I need some of that heavier rock tone, at least for the bridge. That's the thing, mainly. I need the bridge to be a little bit, just a little bit hotter or fuller. So I got something from Mr. Curtis Novak. I got the JM Fat and the JMV set. Thanks to Mike Adams and his super awesome expertise and demos. I'm gonna try this out, see if it fits me better. Yeah, so stay tuned for a comparison. First off, between these pickups and the Lawler's P90, and maybe I should make a comparison video of these pickups and the new ones as well. So play the same riff, right? And then re-record it with the new pickups and see how it sounds. Yeah, stay tuned. Something for the offset community to look at. Yeah, it's good, it's good. Now, the neck. Let's look at the neck. So the neck is the reason why I got this guitar. So what we're looking at here is a rosewood board, right? That's what I wanted. It's a maple neck, rosewood board. The headstock looks awesome since it's matching. You have the signature, can you even see it? You have the signature right here. The fret size are vintage, right? And the radius is 7.25 or 1/4 quarter. English, man, English, stupid. 7.25. Yeah, that's the vintage. It's one of the major reasons why I got this guitar, because I played the Venturas in store and just vintage radius just talked to me. I mean, it felt really great playing. And I don't have like that bending problem people keep telling me. I realize that bending might be a little bit more difficult, but I'm not really a bendy type of person anyway, so that's completely fine. But you know, since I'm a rhythm player for the most part, just chording things feels super good with this radius, and I really like it. And it's rosewood. It's rosewood. I was a little bit worried actually about the neck and the fretboard specifically. The rosewood looked really light on the picture, so I was thinking that maybe they've switched to Pau Ferro or something. So I had to email and ask. It's still rosewood, it's just really light. The first ones that came out when this color came out, I think was darker. I was lucky though, because the fretboard is really dark and I'm super happy about that. As for playability, it's super smooth. It's a glossy neck. That's something. It's poly, it's glossy, the finish of the body is poly as well. I've gotten used to it. Maybe I'll do something about the neck, maybe, you know, sand it down a bit, make it a bit smoother. But for now, it's completely fine. What more can I say about the neck? The fret ends were perfect. Nothing that catches when you play. Really assembled really well. I was surprised. I was a bit worried about how well this would be put together because of the American Vintage 2s, right, that come out. And there's been some, you know, mixed opinions about how well those are put together. So I thought that the Mexican series would be problematic, or just as problematic as the American ones. But good news, this is a 2022 model. It's from this year. And it's extremely well put together. So if you're buying a Mexican instrument, at least if you buy maybe the higher ends, I don't know, they're really well put together. So yeah, good job, Fender Mexico. Yeah, I'm super happy. So for my final thoughts of this guitar, it's an extremely well-built instrument. Even if it's a Mexican, it's extremely well built. Now, is it worth the money? It's $1,600 as of today, which is at the end of 2022. Now, for some people, it might not be. For me, yes, it definitely is. It has all the specs that I wanted for my new Jazzmaster. And I know I could have paid a little bit more, got the American variant. I tried the American too. I didn't really like it that much. I would have needed to switch out the pickups, and some of the switching I didn't like. Yeah, I actually like this one way more. Now, the American Vintage 2s are a bit problematic as of today. If you haven't seen Mike Adams' video, you should probably check it out. Yeah, it's a good watch. But yeah, this is extremely well built. It's definitely worth the money for me. Now, I sold a guitar to buy this guitar. I sold my Jim Root. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, the Jim Root fans. But I traded it for another signature model, right? So it's all good in the world. And this actually looks and plays nicer, in my humble opinion. So yeah, I'm extremely happy. If it's worth it for you, that's up to you to decide. But the rosewood and the setup and everything on this is just so good. So good. Now, in the future, I might upgrade it with a mastery, switch out the pickups, as I said before, and yeah, tweak it a little bit, but ultimately it will stay almost the same. Yeah, I love this instrument. I'm super happy I got it, and I hope this review has given you some more information about it. If you have any questions about this guitar, or any of the other guitars I have, please let me know. Write a comment in the thing below, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, see you soon.